Yo, what's up? This is King David back with another video. Today's lesson, today's instruction, today's message is going to be about uplifting yourself. Making sure that when you're embodying this role, embodying the person that you know you're supposed to be, that know that there's going to be ups and downs. Because I feel like a lot of people never talk about those times. Or if it does, I don't think it doesn't get highlighted enough. All right. Even including myself. I've been on this video talking about, yo, embody this, be this, know that you already are, right? But I'm pretty sure, it happens with me too. So I'm pretty sure with yourself, you feel the same way. Sometimes it's like, well, how do I embody this? How do I continue to stay afoot when things are feeling low, when I'm feeling low, when my emotions not might not be what it's supposed to be? This is again self love. All right. So now you want to reaffirm who you are to yourself, not to anybody else, to yourself. You can't just get up and be like, okay, this is what I want to be. You got to write that shit down. You got to write down exactly what you want, how you want to be, what's your lifestyle, how do you look, how do you dress. Like you want to have those things down. You know what I'm saying? You have those things down so you have a clear mental picture of what you want in your life. Now, when you aim at a target, right? Let's just use this target for like a bow and arrow type of thing, right? When you aim at the target, you got to keep your mind on the bullseye, right? But you can't control, by the time you let go of the arrow, you can't control what's going to happen in between that time when you let go and the time it hits. But that's wisdom because now we're seeing there's a relationship between yourself and life. All you have to do is keep your mind on the target. And you, like you kind of have to, what I'm trying to say is that you have to trust at that point when you let go of the arrow. You have to trust knowing that you kept your mind on the prize or the target or the bullseye. You are now trusting the forces of nature and life to guide your direction to where you want to be. You understand what I'm saying? That's the best way I could kind of, well, it's not the best way, but it's a great example because there's there is a coming together of the seen and the unseen. You are like moving in the scene. You can see your targets, you can see your visions as you write them down. You can see what you want to be, but like you can't see the whole process and how you're going to get there. And that's the point. You're not supposed to because you're learning yourself on a more cosmic level, on a more broad level, a deep, excuse me, a deeper level. All right. This is where you have to let go of trying to see everything through the eyes, trying to force everything to happen because oh, if I don't see it, that means it's not there. That's not true. Every thought, everything that you see here is a product of thought. Everything that's around you is a product of somebody's thoughts, somebody's mind. This world is built off of the mind and imagination. That's why we say mind over matter. But we're living backwards. It's matter over mind. Oh, well, I'm not going to believe it till I see it. And that's the problem. We don't got people that are natural creators no more. We're consumers. We're going backwards into our evolutionary process. We're going backwards. Supposed to be creators, bringing things into existence through our minds, using the gifts that the Most High gave us to bring about change in this world. If you see something that you don't like in the world, why you complain? Change it. Be the change. But then you worry about well, I don't have this, I don't have that. That's the problem right there. You're using your gifts. You have a natural gift. If you put your attention in something, energy flows, energy grows, and things have to come into your life to match what you're saying and how you feel. So instead of folk, that's why you gotta keep your mind on the prize. When you take your mind off of the prize and you start focusing on little things, then that becomes your prize. That becomes what you gonna focus. That's what's gonna manifest in your life. So we got to take our direction off of what we don't want and only keep it on what we do want. Now, as you do that, life is going, things are going to try to take your attention away because you're building up a momentum, and that momentum it bursts through barriers of doubt and fear and anxiety. And once you get to a certain point, the road is all yours. Because once you overcome fear, what is stopping you at that point? If you overcome fear, anything is possible. Now we're starting to get into the Bible. We're starting to get into the kingdom of God, which is within you. They say go within, that's paradise. Well, you got to go within yourself to overcome the fear, because the fear ain't out there, bro. The fear is in you. The anxiety and the scarcity mindset, that's in you. You got to change that. And by the renewal of your mind, you will be born again. Oh, my bad. So by renewing your mind, you will be born again. You'll be able to conquer life knowing that you are part of something much greater. This is what we are here to understand and to embody. But the devil operates in fear and low vibration and low frequency. Oh, well, you can't do this. Oh, well, you probably gonna need a job, or you're gonna need this type of whatever. That's you gonna choose. Like, you have a birthright. Your birthright is to live the life that you know that you're destined to live. Not just because you want nice things. That's not what we're here for. We here to grow, expand our minds, and become one with what we already are by experiencing and learning, by letting go of what we're not, to know that we have always been, and we are part of a higher consciousness, a higher being, which we call God or the Most High. You understand? We are one with the Most High, meaning no separation. But you see, people, that's even me saying one with the Most High. It almost sounds like there's a difference. Like, oh, well, I'm still separate. No, you're not. You're learning. A relationship means you are one. When you lay down to make love to somebody, y'all become one. When you get married, you become one. So what do you think you're doing when you're getting to know the Most High? You become one. And now the gifts of heaven are going to be within you because you came one. Now you one with everything. Now you know the mysteries of it's you. You are the mystery of life. You trying to search for everything else, but you're not realizing that you are literally the gift that gives life. You are one with that very essence. So you have a power to you. So if you sitting there worried about your anxiety and fear and, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, that's what you're gonna bring life to. That's your gift. It's that simple. You call me crazy all you want. That's your gift. That's your gift. And you gotta learn how to use it. You keep focusing on fear and all this crap, you're gonna keep creating that shit. That's why they want to control the way you think, because you control the future. That's why they want to. That's why they keep throwing all these advertisements out in social media and all this crap, because they want to keep your mind in a low vibrating frequency or a low place, so you can only create garbage. So your future is not gonna be bright. Because the moment you take control of your life, you take control of your future, and they have lost out. They don't want too many of us taking control of ourselves, because then we control the future and they can no longer control us, and then they'll be in scarcity. But see, only a certain few are going to get this and understand this and embody this truth. And I hope you're one of them. But for now, this is King David. I love y'all and appreciate y'all, man. Take back your birthright and renew your mind so you can be born again and let go of fear, man. All right? I'll see you on the next one.